Welcome to our video on our cruise on Liberty of the Seas out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey. Here we are dropping our luggage off, and we're going to go through in this video our embarkation, the pirate that we saw, and then a bird's eye view of going under the Verrazzano Bridge. I like to get to the port usually around 10 a.m. so that we can be on the ship by 11.
So my thing was that we got there and we parked a half a mile away, and all of a sudden we look and the whole ship is in line outside the building. This is what you're seeing here. The line ran around the whole building twice to get on the ship.
Right, and this is about 10:30, quarter to 11 in the morning. The line was really long. We couldn't figure out why, because this is very unusual for Royal Caribbean to have passengers waiting outside like this. And it wrapped around the building all the way back. So we actually were towards the front of the line. Once it got moving, it went very fast. But what happened was there was a cargo ship in the berth that Liberty of the Seas usually docks in when they return to port. That ship got clearance to leave port late, thus making Liberty of the Seas late into the berth. That caused the disembarkation to be later than normal, thus pushing our embarkation back a little bit. But you go with the flow. And, we were entertained while we were getting on the ship with the pirate.
Yes, she tried to bring a sword on board, and all the royal people kept saying, "What is that?" She kept saying, it's a sword, because I'm a pirate.
Yeah, and it was over Halloween, so we understand why. We knew that it was going to be confiscated, that this was contraband, that they were going to take it, but she was certain she was getting that sword on board, and we were right. They took the sword. So unfortunately, the pirate had to dress up without her sword for Halloween.
Yeah. And now we're starting to go through the casino. We'll leave a link below. It was refurbished in 2011, and the ship is really in good shape. We're sure that it's going to be refurbished pretty soon, though.
Right. It's 13 years since it's been refurbished. Teardrop Memorial from 9/11. That's outside of the port at Cape Liberty. It's really emotional. It's beautiful to see. So if you ever sail out of there, please make it a point to go and see this memorial. Now we're going to show you some of the live during the sail away on Liberty of the Seas. We posted this on Instagram, and that was our first live video ever. So hopefully you enjoy it. And we will be going down the Atlantic over into Bermuda.
Crazy day today on the ship, though, huh?
Very crazy day. Very unusual for us since we've been sailing. Normally, we have no glitches or issues. And again, these are minor. Nothing that's going to ruin our vacation. There was delays getting on the ship. We haven't even gotten some of our luggage. Normally, we have our luggage by now.
Yeah, you're pretty scared about that, huh?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but it's not my suitcase. It's Mike's suitcase. So I have clothes, but Mike might not have any clothes, and we're gonna be buying him a lot of royal T-shirts if nothing comes.
And then tell them about the lady with the sword trying to get on the ship.
Oh yeah. So when we were going through security, because there was a woman in front of us and she had a sword, I pointed it out to Mike and I said, "Hey, she's bringing a sword on board." And he said, "Well, that's going to be confiscated because that's contraband. It's not allowed on cruise ships." So she said, "Hey, I'm a pirate." She was telling the staff, and they did confiscate it. They pulled it aside, and then they questioned her. It was for, good 3 or 4 minutes. They questioned her, why she was bringing a sword on board, why she wanted to bring a sword on board, why she thought she could bring a sword on board. And anyway, they confiscated it, and the pirate got on board without her sword. So we'll update you when she's in her pirate costume without her sword. We just set sail, so we are headed out into the Atlantic, and we're going to head over to the starboard side of the ship, and we will show you a bird's eye view of our sail away from Cape Liberty in New Jersey. So we are headed into the channel right now. And I don't know if you can see ahead. Mike, can you zoom in? There's the Verrazzano Bridge, which we will be going under probably in about 10 or 15 minutes. It's a beautiful day. Nice and sunny. A lot of people are in t-shirts and shorts. So if anybody's thinking about taking a cruise out of Cape Liberty, Mike, what do you think? I say definitely do it.
Yeah, do it.
It's a great port, especially even if you don't live in the Northeast where you can drive to the port. Fly into Newark or LaGuardia. Stay a couple days. You can see, New York City. You can even take a ride down to the Jersey Shore and see that. It's very famous, If you sail out of Cape Liberty or Brooklyn or Manhattan, you're always going to go under the Verrazzano Bridge. Come to the top decks of the ship because that's going to give you the perspective of the size of the ship and how close these ships come to hitting the underneath part of the bridge. Yes, it looks like it's a lot closer. It's not. Believe me, we know they calculate this. They're not going to mess things up, but it's pretty incredible, the perspective.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we've been under some bridges before that was very close.
Yes.
But yeah, they figure out their times.
Yeah, of course. Yes, so if you're a football fan, you're not going to miss any of the games. So they have a big, show the big screen by the pool. They will show the games on that big screen. And then they have at night, they'll have movies and stuff. So if you're a sports fan and you don't want to miss any football games, don't worry. You can still come on a cruise. They show the football games. And it looks like there's a ship in Brooklyn, probably going to leave within the hour. It looks like it's either a Norwegian or a Princess. Not 100% sure. If anybody knows, put it in the comments.
This is our third attempt to be in Bermuda.
Yes. Last year, hurricane rerouted us down to the Bahamas and Florida. And the time prior to that, I believe I had to change for a work schedule. So we had to cancel that cruise and move it. And when we moved the cruise to a different time of year, they were not sailing to Bermuda. So this is our third attempt. And as of now, we think we're going to make it. We are about to head under the Verrazzano Bridge. So we came up another deck to try and get a better perspective. So here comes the bridge.
And we're at the highest point of the ship we can get to.
We are at we're at the highest point. So this reminds me, I just thought when we were in Vancouver, there was a bridge also in Vancouver, almost as large as this, that we had to go under. And that was pretty incredible too. But if you see from here, I mean, it looks like we are going to hit that bridge. Can you see? I don't know if people can see the perspective. It really looks like we are gonna go right into that bridge. But we're not. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Woo! It does. It looks like we're gonna hit. Woo! Here we go! Woo! Look at that.
I understand it was an optical illusion for but a second there. I really thought we were going to hit.
I know.
Cat and Mike, the ship set sail on a journey that'll never fail. With the wind in their hair and the sun shining bright, they're dancing on the waves, it feels just right. Sailing together